Colorado has long been a leader in the space industry, and this morning a Colorado company is one step closer to helping NASA put humans back on the moon.
Lockheed Martin successfully tested its Orion launch abort system in Florida this morning. It was fascinating to watch. We had it live here at 5 a.m. Denver 7's Nicole Brady live at the watch party with Lockheed Martin engineers.
And Nicole, this was one of the most important tests for engineers.
No, different guy for the other one.
It was absolutely critical to the future missions that Orion will be a part of. This was all about the safety of the astronauts who will eventually go back to the moon and eventually to Mars someday, because today's test was all about the abort system, which was a feature that the space shuttle did not have. And of course, many lives were lost during the shuttle program. So this, as you said, was a big deal. Eventually, Orion will be carrying a 4-person crew. NASA's goal is to return to the moon in the year 2024, just 5 years from now. After the abort system detached during today's test launch, we heard a huge round of applause in the room here as they knew that this had been a successful test. There were no parachutes on today's launch, so the crew module and abort system both crashed into the Atlantic Ocean once the test was over.
We've tested out our parachutes many times. So it's been 17 tests of our parachutes, so no need to test our parachutes on this test. So it's primarily just to test the launch abort system during a high dynamic pressure environment.
Yeah, so they're really looking for the effects that such a launch will have on the astronauts. That's the data they'll be gathering after today's launch. They'll be submitted to something like 12 to 13 G-forces, those astronauts on this someday. Hopefully the abort system never has to be used, but again, it's all part of the bigger Orion craft that will eventually, as I said, carry astronauts to the moon and Mars someday. We're live in Highlands Ranch. Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
Very important safety check, successful today. All right, thank you, Nicole.